Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of Rich T Racing, where we are doing something we have not done for a good old while. We're doing some iRacing with comms. We've got Derrick behind the wheel of a Formula 3 car. He's qualified in P3 for the Sebring International Raceway. We've got myself, JJ, on comms. We've also got the added bonus of BMW Formula E driver Antonio Felix Da Costa taking part in this race, and of course he has qualified on pole position. Whilst we wait for this race to get going, in fact I believe it has got going as the safety car pulls away and we are racing. I think we're on board with the pole sitter Antonio Felix Da Costa, and you can see there that James Derrick has he got into second place? I think he has. He's overtaken that man in, I think that's Mr. Hanley. It is more than likely, but Derrick keeping this guy behind him with good measure. I think he is in at least P2, possibly P3. In fact, no, that is definitely P2. So he is now just behind the Formula E, whatever he drives, Antonio Felix Da Costa. So a very good start there for Derrick. Very, very clean in these early on this first lap, I should say. Derrick keeping this man at bay for the moment, although we are on one of the straights. Derrick getting some good braking there, out-braking his opponent very, very well. Now on board the cockpit cam with Senor Derrick. He's going to try and do his best to hang on to the back of Antonio Felix Da Costa, the Formula E driver, but we will see how long that lasts. Obviously still got this man behind. He's outbraked himself, has Mr. Salah. So there we go. So the order has changed. So it's M. Salah in third. Hanley dropped down from third to fourth. I'm not sure if G. Bradley was in fifth, but he certainly is now. So Derrick, good start there, up into second place, and he will surely be loving life. Derrick, bit of a moment there for Derrick. He's had a little bit of a wobble, and now okay, here we go for that race start. You can see here Derrick, bit of a bang of wheels there between Derrick and I believe, let's have a look at that from Mr. I think it was Hanley's point of view, and yes, that explains how Hanley has ended up in fourth. Derrick going for the move. He had every right to go for the move, and it looked to me that Hanley just sort of turned in, banged wheels, and obviously he has now fallen down to fourth place. I'm trying #not bias, but for me it looked like Derrick didn't do anything particularly wrong there, and Hanley's falling down the order was as a consequence of his own mistake. So yeah, Derrick still running. We are now on lap 4, so a little bit further into this race. You can see here he's just merrily going about his business, keeping in second place. Now coming up to the back of the back marker. Is he going to play ball? It looks like it, and there we go. Derrick moving up past that back marker. Brilliant example of back marker driving. He let the leader go through. In fact, he could have possibly gone offline, could the back marker, but at the end of the day, when all said and done, he let Derrick go through. Not entirely sure who that driver was, but well done, that man. Derrick is getting onto the back of Antonio Felix Da Costa, so we'll see what can happen here. It could be a trap. It could be Da Costa just trying to give him a little bit of false sense of security and force him into overdriving and making a mistake. But I'm not sure that iRacing is the type of place for that sort of thing to happen, and you can quite clearly see here on the beautifully edited video by Mr. Derrick, it has to be said that Derrick he's 100% gaining on him, so he's got to be careful, because Mr. Da Costa will know exactly what he's doing, will be able to defend very well. But you can see here now on board with Antonio Felix Da Costa that Derrick is right up his rear end, and now there is surely going to be a little bit of a scrap going on here. So Da Costa maybe having car issues, maybe just taking his eye off the ball. Maybe Derrick has found a new gear. I'm not entirely sure what has caused this, but Derrick now getting very close. There's a spinner there. That's unfortunate for that man. I'm sure that was a actually, what's his name? Seller has disappeared off the leaderboard, and it's now Hanley back up into third, Bradley in fourth, and L. Manfred has found himself into fifth place. But we're going to stick with this battle for the lead. Obviously, that is where the excitement is, and Da Costa just running a little bit wide there, and maybe getting a little bit better exit, better purchase off that corner. But Derrick still keeping very interested, getting into the slipstream. He's going to go Da Costa going a bit defensive there, coming into what I believe is turn 1. A little bit of a wobble, just a bit of a bumpiness there from Derrick, but he's all good. And I believe, what are we on? We're on lap 10 of 12. Derrick braking coming into this corner. Is there anything going here for Derrick? It looks like he might have just lost a little bit through this section, and it would appear that Da Costa is now marching on as we continue on in this race, and Da Costa's certainly extending a little bit of a gap there. The gap has widened in these past few laps. Lap 10 now coming, I believe we've got 2 laps of this race left. See what Derrick can manage heading into, I think this is, not entirely sure where we are on the track, but it looks like Da Costa had, oh no, Derrick, you could have been the greatest, you could have been the best, you could have been King Kong banging on your chest, but it looks like Da Costa has marched on away from Mr. Derrick, and actually the race has ended. There we go. So Derrick climbing onto the back of Antonio Felix Da Costa there. Very, very interesting stuff indeed. I very much hope that was a genuine fight, not Da Costa lifting off to have just a battle or anything. That would be very disappointing. But either way, it was incredibly entertaining to watch, and I'm very happy that I was here to commentate on it, and I hope you have stuck through it as well. If you enjoyed that iRace just there, if you want to see more content, please be sure to like, comment and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you want to see any more of it. Let us know if there are any tracks you want to see or any other content you want us to bring to you. But guys, anyway, that is the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching, and all I shall say for now is ta-ta and farewell.